Kia ora from Aotearoa, commonly known as New Zealand. Yesterday we just began a new day wave, 36-day period, and this has started in the energy of 4 Eagle within the road Tresina, and it's really time for us to rise above our current situations. We had a lot of storm energy in the last wave, and which gave us the opportunity to really search our belief systems and adjust our belief systems with the storm energy inside. Okay, well, things won't get any quieter as the time waves keep quickening and the frequency intensifies. Today the Earth's human resonance, its amplitude is actually very, very high, and so all those that are sensitive and empathic will feel that, and it gives us the opportunity to balance and harmonise with the Earth's field. Now, she's not alone. She's responding to the sky, and she is one with the sky, and we are the children of earth and sky. And the eagle rises up and is like an intermediary between the earth and the sky, able to see the bigger picture of everything. And because the eagle can, with that great vision, see the bigger picture, then we can also get to see the bigger picture in our lives. So it was pretty difficult for me and for just about everybody I know over this last period of time, when we have to really look at ourselves and look at our belief systems. The last day of that wave was in the energy of 3 Jaguar, and so I encouraged others, and I did this myself, but I did a vision quest through the night to really explore my destiny path and activate that destiny path and see that, and it was very, very difficult, because for me it was actually going into the parts of the satanic ritual that I have not been able to recall, of how I got out of there and how I was saved out of there. And in my quest, I had to ask my father and my mother, who are both in spirit, if they would help me and show me what I needed to see. And they said they would be there, and I was expecting it to be loving, because in spirit I get a loving sensation and a loving feeling that comes from them. However, what they did was they showed me pieces of my life and pieces of their lives, and where we interacted, and it was very, very, very difficult, to the extent that at the end of that ritual, I was so badly beaten up that I was in enormous pain. So when my father picked me up to take me away to try and heal me and save my life, I believe, I was inconsolable and beyond hope, just wanting to be invisible and not live and not cope with this life. Yet as I carried on in my vision quest, I also connected with a sense of divine love, which I know is ultimately to do with the connection of our masculine and feminine energies within. And this is very much what the eagle brings with us, because it is the intermediary. It is between earth and heaven. It flies, it calls, and it is like the global visionary. From that great height, I have been able to see that the events that happened and the abuse that I had as a child is about me becoming masterful in this life. Masterful to the point where I could possibly break through into the new reality, into the new paradigm, which a lot of us are keen to do. A lot of us, knowing our star beingness, knowing that we are on this mission, that we are on this purpose, and that we are rising up and we are stepping up into our destiny and into our purpose. So we are in the Tracino of road, where we are really going to become much, much more sure of our destiny and our purpose and why we're here and what are we to do if we can align with divine will. So it means letting go of all of our concepts, all of our ideas, and really connecting them with both earth and sky. Now I realise that I've been very, very connected to the earth and a little bit negligent in myself of connecting with the sky energies, maybe a little bit afraid because of the masculine terror that I experienced as a child, yet also now experiencing more masculine support in my life that is helping me to open up to receive that masculine sky energy of the Sky Father and not to fear that sense of atua. So hopefully that's the right word. Please excuse me if I get things wrong. I don't really want to use the word God, but it is like God, Creator, Father Sky. There's still a little something that has to be tweaked within my being that allows that receptivity to be there stronger. But I've kind of drawn out this next wave, and I don't know how well that's going to show up for you, but I'm going to put it below my article so everybody can see. But basically this whole 36 days is very much about us being in connection with earth and sky as the children of the universe. So that's very much the eagle part, and then when we go down into the night wave, that happens at midway through 18 days, it's going to be in the energy of 9 reed. So reed is like the pillar that grows between earth and heaven and reaches up from earth to the sky and brings heaven to earth and connects us in our heart, in our being. And since it's in the number 9, it's also about ending old cycles and old patterns that have restricted us. So it's very much this whole 36 days, to me, the big major theme that I'm seeing is the reconnection within our being of our masculine and feminine energies, of being the children of Father Sky and Mother Earth and connecting, being the global visionary, being upon our destiny path. We will also go into the Tracina of Serpent, just below the peak of the day wave. Now that energy is very much about the Kundalini energy of all energy systems within, and that flow. So when you think about the serpent, it lies close to the ground, but through its crown it receives the light from the sun, and it loves to warm itself in the sun. And it's very much about our Kundalini energy, our physical being, our sensuality, our sexuality. And I do believe that it is a time for us to get our sexuality healed. We will not be able to take our old sexual patterns and ways into the new paradigm. They will not fit. We are going to need to be totally authentic, totally transparent, and totally honest with one another, and that is what will happen in the new paradigm. So let's start practicing that with the people that we feel close to be honest, to be absolutely honest, not to be concerned and worried about how we look, but actually I've found that when I do actually start to speak my honesty and speak my truth and speak the things that I've even maybe I know I've had little deceptions in myself, I've kept secrets in myself, I've had secretive patterns of myself, which I wasn't really aware of, but events made me aware of them. And as I've looked at them and discussed it, other people also confess that they also have that. So let's have compassion upon one another, a lot of love and care with one another. So this is acceptance, this is love. It's the only way that we heal, and it's the only way that we are going to completely leave the old paradigm behind, our old ways that have look, just so many people I know and I talk to are actually in grief right now for their old life and the ways that never worked for them, for the experiences that they felt that they never had. But it doesn't matter how old we are now. When we get into this new paradigm, and we do that by continuing to heal ourselves, continuing to align with divine time within the divine will of our cosmic parents, then we are going to start a whole new beginning, and we will be able to youth ourselves. When we come fully into unity, and this is what these waves are about, they are about us coming into unity, but when we do, trauma will be a thing of the past again. We will have the memory of it to remind us not to do that again. But we will be youthing, because there won't be all of that oxidative stress that's going to be on the body. We are going to actually be free. Our bodies will have more movement, they will have more flow, and we will actually start to live a wonderful new way in transparency and clarity. No more hiding, no more false illusion or matrix. As we repair our belief system, we also remove the illusion. And near the end of this this whole day 104 and night 104, we will go into the Trecena of Knife, and that will be where we actually do have that opportunity to cut away what we've found, especially what we've found within the Serpent Trecena, which will have a lot to do with our sexuality. Now, I'm seeing sexuality and spirituality as a very close link, and so sexuality has been one of the most attacked things that has been upon the human species, where there has been that seeking for connection in another, but it's never been fulfilling, because it is not the true connection that we have from being complete and whole within ourselves. That when we are complete and whole within ourselves, then when we have that connection with that other soul of each other's choosing, that is going to be absolutely incredibly blissful, as far as I have seen in my now of the future, if that makes any sense. So when we are into the new paradigm, there will be a timelessness, so it's like all time and no time, and because we are kind of caught in time still, on timelines, some false and some true, time is something that we will transcend at some point. So right now, I've always believed this for quite a long time, we are making a way for ourselves, ahead of ourselves. We've been in our future, we go and we can repair our past, but we do everything in the now. So everything is about responding in the now moment. We are on a destiny path. It may feel that we are kind of stuck, but we're not. When we're on a destiny path, and we just trust creation, we trust Creator, we trust our heart's guidance, we can't go wrong. We're going to just come into joy, we're going to come into peace, and we are going to come into balance and harmony. We don't need to rely on anyone, any place, anything. It's all been created. We have gone ahead of ourselves to make a way for ourselves, and I'm really excited about about the next wave, day 105 Monkey, which will actually start on the 8th of June. I just see this is going to be such magical time weaving. I've actually started to look at this. I think we've got some very exciting times ahead. The frequency is just going to keep climbing, and we're going to just have to keep attuning to it. As we attune to it, everything that is unlike that frequency is going to be bumped off of us, and we might find that as resistance, and we might find that as pain, but just hang in there, because we are on to this. A lot of us are doing this. It's inevitable now. There's no looking back. We have actually got past a point of no return. I know that. And now together we will just keep working together. We will just keep supporting each other, loving ourselves, healing ourselves, and following our heart guidance every moment. That is the best that we can possibly do, to take away fear of a future, regret of a past. Right now, we have this now, and that is beautiful. I love you. Take care. Just having trouble finding where to turn this off. Must have something else to say. Let's have a little blessing. E tu kahika te he whakapai uroroha awhi mai awhi atu tatou tatou e tatou tatou e